Madden Football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Jets and the Cardinals, and it's coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion New York Jets taking on the chance from the other side, the NFC, the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Well, Charles, it's been a long time coming, but the Jets are back in the Super Bowl. Their first appearance in the big game since the stunning Super Bowl III upset way back in January of 1969.
Yeah, it has been a long time, but this team, this organization finally found the right formula and got them back, competing for a championship. A world title, as we like to say here in the United States. I don't think they'll make any guarantees on this one, but they will compete.
Meanwhile, the Arizona Cardinals into the Super Bowl for just the second time in franchise history, and they're trying to become the third team in 3 years after the Buccaneers and Rams to win a Super Bowl in their home stadium.
And you just mentioned that the Buccaneers and Rams won the Super Bowl in their home stadium. The Buccaneers did it first. These Cardinals, they're trying to win their first NFL title since they were the Chicago Cardinals in 1947, currently the longest championship drought in the NFL.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on, catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll give to Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. They go play action with Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great...
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Jets are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. First carry for James Conner. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Conner going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
To throw is Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zach Ertz, 62 yards. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Now, their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A very solid gain of 27. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff for Hall. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It was Shaq Lawson there. They'll get credit for the tackle for loss. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the shotgun, Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
47 yards rushing for him now in the goal game. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. One quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Moore. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
They'll try to run with Hall. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Ball again. And this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin from 3 yards out. And the Jets have moved out in front. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 11. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So this play, until recently, only something you probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, a run with Conner. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run forward with Conner. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Berrios now from his end zone. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. We haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Third and 2, now Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Elijah Moore, 37 yards. And the Jets are going to take the lead. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Now Zuerlein on and the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. At their own 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. They'll try to run it here with Hall. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
To throw, it's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for them, all things considered, and this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal and the weight going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. These 2 teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But there's ever a chance to regroup. It's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing now is Murray. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Murray now to throw. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Jets.
Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain still a ways to go, though. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Now Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Connor. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Gain of 6. That's good for a Cardinal.
Murray to air it out again. Over the middle, complete. That's more. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
Murray going to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now Hall to start the drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Reed Blankenship delivering the hit.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. They go play action now. Wilson being chased out left. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
But right now, it's clearly the defenses that are stealing the spotlight in the biggest stage of sports. That's only the 4th time ever, Charles, that we have seen teams trade interceptions on back-to-back drives in Super Bowl history.
Something so rare, yet special that we're watching, because typically the teams we see playing here on Super Bowl Sunday, they're the ones that know how to limit turnovers. Just goes to show how talented both of these defenses are, that they're still coming through and forcing miscues for a Lombardi trophy on the line.
They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray.
Going deep for Hopkins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there, but obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
Here's a give to Hall. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There's absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are right back in this football game.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Zach Ertz has it complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Murray now on 1st down.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And 2nd down.
Really good coverage all over the field that took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing again, Murray. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, again, he finds more. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Jets 17-yard line.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards.
Murray now. This will be caught at about the 6. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And he is out of bounds here. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does.
Then he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
Connor going to try and run it. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Hall. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Hall again on 2nd down. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Hall again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Throwing now is Wilson. He gets it underneath to Hall. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the New York Jets have won the Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy will be in the Big Apple. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears the offseason.